Qatar is already well-established market in the luxury business in general, and watches and jewelry, of course, part of this luxury industry.
Middle East is an incredibly important market because of the passion, the knowledge, the history that really is born from the Middle East. Luxury is a way of life here.
Hello, welcome to Qatar 365 with me, Adil Halim. On this episode, we're back at the Doha Jewelry and Watches exhibition. The world-renowned luxury event has returned to Qatar for its 21st edition. I'll explore how watches can be both functional and fashionable as I try on some of the most cutting-edge and high-end designs on the market. But first, Joanna Hoos goes window shopping at some of the most established international jewelry brands.
It's glitz, it's glamour, but above all, the Doha Jewellery and Watches exhibition is a treasure trove of craftsmanship and some of the world's most dazzling designs. Once a diamond in the rough, over the past 2 decades, the prestigious event has grown into one of the most celebrated exhibitions in the market, cementing Qatar's position as a luxury tourism destination.
Doha Jewellery and Watches exhibition hosts more than 500 brands from all around the world, from about 32 countries. And when we are talking about Qatar, we are talking about not only a destination attraction when it's come to the entertainment and festival, but also we are talking about the luxury tourism. We want to showcase the readiness of our infrastructure, hosting such kind of a mega project that definitely bring visitors and those who have the enthusiasts to learn more about the luxury that awaits them inside.
There are plenty of up-and-coming designers here hoping to bedazzle visitors and make a name for themselves in the jewellery industry. But some of the biggest stands have been reserved for brands that have been around for decades and some even centuries.
One of the exhibition's crown jewels, the Tiffany Co Pavilion, an American luxury jewellery house founded in 1837.
Middle East is an incredibly important market because of the passion, the knowledge, the history that really is born from the Middle East. Luxury is a way of life here. Tiffany Company has been a great part of it, and it's a very important market to us because of the incredibly important clients that we have here. So this is really about showcasing the best of what Tiffany Company has, which are exceptional diamonds, colored gemstones, and of course, pearls.
The highlight of the Tiffany Co Pavilion is this display, a collection of jewellery that is all about celebrating the natural heritage and pearl diving traditions of the Arabian Peninsula.
We are extraordinarily proud to be featuring some exceptional pearls that are really we're bringing back home. They're from the Gulf. They're in incredible creations featuring diamonds inspired by the great Jean Schlumberger, who's one of our iconic designers at Tiffany Company, and really features incredible silver, near white, large, beautiful pearls that really highlight the unique nature of these beautiful gemstones.
While many of the exhibition's jewellery pieces are unique and exclusive, the yearly event is accessible for all, free of charge. Meaning that for 5 days, visitors can come to admire the beauty on display at the Doha National Convention Center, whether you're here to spend big or just have a little browse, like me.
Now, from an annual temporary exhibition to a permanent collection, I've come to the Museum of Islamic Art to check out some extraordinary pieces of jewelry. To help us understand the significance of these precious stones, I sat down with Dr. Muniya Shikab Abudaya, MIA's Deputy Director of Curatorial Affairs.
Some of those daggers, and that's the finial.
Dr. Muniya, the museum hosts an expansive jewelry collection with pieces that come from all over the world. In terms of numbers, how many pieces do you have here and where do they come from?
So the Museum of Islamic Art holds a collection of approximately 500 jewelry pieces, which is actually a fairly small part of the collection if we think of the total number being approximately 12,000 pieces. On display, there's around 150 pieces of jewelry from Morocco, Spain, all the way to Southeast Asia, Indonesia, the Philippines even. So it really shows the diversity of pieces that are being produced in the Islamic world from the 9th century all the way to the 20th century.
So it's a wide range of the Islamic world. Are there some commonalities or stark differences you see when you kind of compare the pieces?
There's actually a lot of differences because it shows that there's a syncretism between indigenous techniques and any of the jewelry that would have been already produced in specific regions of the Islamic world and how it's been reused and refined in the Islamic period. So for example, if we look at Spanish jewelry from the medieval period, it shows very much an influence of what was produced in Europe. And same in Indonesia, for example, you have a lot of use of techniques that already belong to Southeast Asia and to Indonesia in particular in previous periods, before Islam was introduced in these regions.
So some of the pieces come from the Islamic world from the 8th to the 13th century, around the time when Iran was expanding its political influence and becoming a key player. How did this influence Iranian art?
The 8th to the 13th century was a very pivotal period for not just Iran, but also Iran and Central Asia in terms of jewelry making. And I would say that it's very close to what has been produced in Egypt and Syria between the 9th and 12th century in terms of techniques at least, because they would have been using some of the antique techniques but would have refined them. So you find a lot of gold that would have been used at that time with a little bit of enameled metalwork as well, which would have been combined with precious stones and jewelry making. So of course this is the medieval period for the entire Islamic world is a time when the techniques and the production of jewelry has been very influential, I would say, for the later centuries.
Now we're in the South Asian gallery. One of the most famous pieces here is the Varanasi style diamond necklace.
Varanasi necklace has been done in North India. It's really representative of South Asian jewelry during the Mughal period. So it is set with very precious stones, including diamonds, and diamonds were really part of the production in India. In general, South Asia has been very prolific in jewelry making, using precious materials such as jade that would have come from China and Eastern Asia. They would have been using as well emeralds that come from Colombia, that were coming through the Portuguese trade and later on with the British trade. And then you have the use of spinels. We have a few pieces here in this gallery, which people confuse with rubies because they are a bit red, but they are actually pinkish red. They're not exactly as red as rubies. And spinels would have come from present-day Bangladesh or present-day Sri Lanka, which were also somehow part of South Asian dynasties. And so this would have been traded into present-day India to make those jewelry pieces.
The hope is by hosting a platform where a diverse range of exhibitors are under one roof, Qatar will continue to establish itself as a leading destination for luxury shopping. I got a chance to check out some incredible timepieces on display. For Maha Al Fardan, the Doha Jewelry and Watches exhibition has a special place in her heart. She fondly remembers visiting every year as a child. The exhibition is, quite literally, part of the family business, and now, so is she.
Since I was a kid, they've been bringing us every year. I was young and I would come walk around, see the jewelry since I was younger. And my cousins, my siblings as well. So every year we learn more, we know more, we understand it more. And finally this year I joined the family business.
Along with 4 of her cousins, Maha is part of the 3rd generation of Al Fardans, bringing an injection of youth to the company. And what better place to leave their mark on the legacy brand than at an international exhibition?
And it started 20 years ago when my grandfather, Hussein Fardan, decided that he wanted to have a showcase to show the diamonds, the jewelry. And so every year we're here, we have one of the biggest pavilions actually in the Doha Jewellery Watches exhibition. And we show all the brands that are under Al Fardan Jewellery.
There are more than 500 brands from 30 countries represented at this exhibition. This is the 13th straight year Aid Adwan has been coming to the DJWE on behalf of 140-year-old Swiss luxury watch brand Breitling.
Middle East region is very important region for Breitling globally, and Qatar is one of the most important market for us here, and this is one of the reasons why we are coming here, of course, to meet with our local retail partner, and in the same time to meet all our clients, our friend of the brand, our partners here in the country.
Adwan remembers the exhibition's early days. He's seen significant growth in the size and scope of what he calls a global gathering.
It was a smaller and less brand, and as we said before, Qatar become more and more destination for luxury brands, and we see the growth of the exhibition. We see a lot of new brands, which myself even I don't know. So it's good chances for us, as I said, to show our product, but also to learn about the watch and jewelry industry in general.
Another Swiss luxury watch manufacturer on full display here is IWC Schaffhausen. Originally founded as the International Watch Company, the brand has been around since 1868.
More than 150 years, and since then we are very well known for being the engineers of time, and also for our craftsmanship and for our innovation.
For many international brands, this exhibition not only allows them to showcase their luxury craftsmanship to their Gulf clientele, but also to foster growing cultural exchange.
Our presence in the region is extremely important for us, and Qatar is one of the most key countries in the region. And of course we want to spread the world, but we want to show also the region how much it is important for us at an international level.
From glitzy jewels to elegant timepieces, we hope you enjoyed discovering how the luxury retail sector continues to grow in Qatar from here at the 21st Doha Jewelry and Watches exhibition. But that's all the time we have for now. For more, check out Euronews.com and connect with us through our hashtag. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Qatar 365.